We're going to talk about Dragon Ball for this stream, with the passing of Akira Toriyama. I think it's fitting to kind of look back at all the arcs, think about what we've watched, what we haven't watched, what we liked, what we disliked about each arc, and just kind of go from there. We're going to go through the arcs. We're going to look at them, see which one's the best, which one's our favorites, the movies too. We're not going to go to TV specials and all that shit that's really getting into the weeds. JJ, why don't we start this off? Why don't you start us off? Dragon Ball, the original series. Did you read it? Watch it? What do you have with that?
Did I read it? Boy, I own it.
So of course, JJ owns the box set.
Oh baby, look at that! Isn't that beautiful? Look at the wall art. Look at that shit. Look at the spine art. Dragon Ball is comedy sprinkled in with action. Dragon Ball really set the foundation for, with even its designs and stuff. It influenced so many creators and stuff like that. And the arcs themselves are good. The Red Ribbon Army is great, and they call back to it during the Android/Cell saga. It was such a huge inspiration when it came out and stuff like that. I remember distinctly one of my first memories of watching TV is watching the King Piccolo versus Goku fight on Toonami. Like, that's one of my earliest memories of watching anything on TV. I want to save the Ultra Instinct stuff for where we can both agree. And as you said, you didn't really watch it or read it. So I think Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, I think that's more than fitting for it. It's really good at what it does. The art is great.
The Saiyan arc, dude. The opening to this arc is fucking phenomenal. What a good, especially for somebody like you who's gone. Because, like, essentially, was it a long transition between, like, the original Dragon Ball to Z, or was it all just in a row? Because, like, to think, like, you go from the end of Dragon Ball as Goku as, like, kind of a
kid.
Not a kid, but like he's like a teenager at that point, telling me the next chapter is just Goku learns he's an alien. Is it something like that? I think it is like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
In terms of the manga release,
one of the best time skips in fucking manga/anime, just masterfully done. Because Dragon Ball, if you just read Dragon Ball on its own, pretty much wraps up pretty well. And then Z just kind of expands on it and stuff like that. There's a lot that happens in between that 10-year time skip where, let's look at Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Like 2 or 3 years pass, and like there's a couple things that happen in between those years, but like, hey, by the way, you're an alien.
Yeah. Yeah, it just goes like Goku and everyone believing Goku's a human to his brother coming out of nowhere, stealing his son and being
the
like
OG Dragon Ball first boss in every video game. Raditz.
And like him being like, I'm now going to tell you that the Saiyans are going to show up and destroy the planet in 1 year's time.
By the way, I'm going to take your kid now. Goodbye.
Yeah, and then just like Goku dying, and also beginning of Goku dying every fucking arc.
Yeah.
Goku, has to train in other world while the Z fighters have to figure out like training themselves to fight the Saiyans and just getting completely whooped. And like what I liked about the Saiyan arc is just like Vegeta and Nappa are terrifying.
Yeah.
Because like they show up and they destroy just an entire city in like seconds. And then after that, the Z fighters show up and they just all get picked off one by one.
Yeah.
And it's like the first time like we see any of these characters die, I believe.
Because you have to think as well, like, again, leading straight off to Dragon Ball, it's like Tien was fucking a heavy hitter, and like he just gets knocked the fuck out by Nappa. And you're just like, oh fuck, like Nappa's not even the main one. And he's giving Tien shit. And then Piccolo, I will argue, is still something. It like a lot of people are like, oh, during Z Piccolo, but it's like no. Piccolo is still, it's a while off from like the Android 17 fight. You know what I mean? Like, that's where, right after that, then Piccolo, But, like, Piccolo, he was keeping up with that shit. And he pretty much killed Raditz. I mean, it's only through the power of Goku holding down Raditz that like he even did his special beam on him. That sounds fucking sexual for some reason.
It is. It is. It is. No
but like
worries.
all the Z fighters actually, that's why I like this saga so much, because the Z fighters are still something. You know, Piccolo will still be something, but then Tien, Yamcha, get the fuck out of here. Krillin is useless, but like, you know, he still has some worth in the Frieza saga somewhat. But like, you know, Tien holds his own, which is good. It's just like a good kind of be like, those characters are good to be like, oh shit, this is how way more powerful these characters are. Because you already know Yamcha and Tien were pretty powerful in Dragon Ball. Now they ain't shit, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like just the way it's written and paced is just so perfect. And when like Goku finally shows up, which again is going to be a common fucking theme in these sagas.
Dude, it's so
like,
annoying.
Oh,
it's so
Goku
annoying.
showed up. Now we can, you know, start to even proceed to make any progress against these guys. The tropes of Z start out within the first fucking saga, like within the first 5 episodes. Just like, yeah.
It's the Saiyan arc, dude. The fight between Goku and Vegeta. They had it's
Legendary.
So iconic that at the end of the Super anime, they had to recreate the shot of them fighting in the desert.
Yeah.
Like that's just how good it is. Like
even
as a
like
kid,
Gohan's training with Piccolo.
Yeah, Gohan's training with Piccolo.
Well.
And like Piccolo's redemption.
Piccolo destroys the moon. He's just like, this won't have like environmental disasters.
Blows up the moon, dude. That shit's so good. I really like the Saiyan arc. Honestly, I think putting the Saiyan arc in Super Saiyan God tier.
I think that's fair.
For me personally, I think we all know where we're putting the Frieza saga.
But that shitting Yamcha, that shit trash. No, just kidding.
Dude, the Frieza saga is what defines Dragon Ball. Like, this is what people think about when they think about Dragon Ball Z. As much as the Saiyan arc is really good, and people definitely remember the Vegeta versus Goku arc, you will not forget like the story of the Namekians on the planet. You will not forget all fucking 24,000 transformations that happen in this fucking arc. You will not forget Vegeta fucking crying and like begging Goku to defeat Frieza.
And then you got the Ginyu Force.
Dude, that awesome troop of wonderful monsters.
The only thing I will say, Namek is just all blue trees, green sky. That's all you're fucking getting from the backgrounds there. There's not a lot of. There is location shifting, but it all looks exactly the fuck the same.
Yeah, so there's no like sense of like geography. There's no sense of direct. That's what I like about One Piece. Like they'll have at one point in like a long saga, they'll just have a map and show you where every character is because they recognize that, you know what? I don't even know where the fuck everybody is. Outside of just the story beats, like, come on. Frieza is the definitive like Dragon Ball villain.
Yes.
He's just evil for evil's sake, bro.
Yeah, like his first form where he's in that little pod, then the second form, and then the third copyright form where he's basically a xenomorph.
Yeah.
And then like his perfect form is just like it literally, or final form is it really is perfect. It's just like simple but threatening, and like the fact that he's so short but is still such a threat is also, and just the way he treats like the Nameks and stuff like that. He's the ultimate space racist, and like you gotta love him for it.
I love it. I love what they do with this character, and then of course introducing the greatest transformation, the transformation to ruin all transformations.
Oh yeah.
Because every series has to have a transformation after this. Super Saiyan. That shit was badass, bro. Like, you gotta be you're a fucking dumbass if you don't think that's a badass transformation. Bro, Goku's best friend blows up in his face.
Yeah.
And the guy who killed him is laughing at him.
Yep. Yep.
So, like, it's just awesome to see Goku transform into Super Saiyan and then just kicking Frieza's ass. And Dragon Ball started that. Like, because like the hero has to
really did.
The hero has to show up at the last minute because you have to build the tension. And even then Goku still almost loses because like he has to like have Piccolo distract Frieza in Frieza's like final form. So that way he could build a spirit bomb. And even after using the spirit bomb, Frieza's like, so what were you doing? And then kills Krillin, and it's just like they really drag out the Frieza saga, the Cell arc. I'd have a good feeling. Saga. I know where I'm gonna put this, but JJ, where would you put this?
My feelings are like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, like on top of it. I think it is better than the Saiyan saga for sure. My only problem is, and I know it's not the fault of Akira Toriyama. I know it had a lot of editorial shit. So basically, how this is set up, right? So Akira Toriyama's like, all right, Frieza saga over. I want to create androids. We're bringing back the Red Ribbon Robbie. Here's this old guy and here's this fat guy. And editorial's like, I don't fucking like that.
That shit's fucking gross.
Okay, how about androids, but the young, spunky teenagers, and there's a bigger, bulky guy too. How about that? And they're like, the kids are annoying, and I don't give a fuck about that other android. And he's like, okay, all right. So how about there's a Cell being, right? And he's like all evil and gross looking. He's too gross looking. Okay, all right. How about a big, bulky guy with big old lips, right? How about he looks weird? Change him. All right, how about this perfect fucking design? How about that, motherfucker? And they're like, yeah, that's good. It's like, how many chapters did I just fucking write in order to finally, for editorial to be like, I like this.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what it kind of feels like. It's like, okay, these are the main bad guys. Nope, just kidding. The androids are the main bad guys. Nope, psych. Cell's the bad guy. But we can't even agree on a fucking proper design for Cell. And this goes on through the show in chapters for a while until it's like, okay, here's the main baddie. That's it. We're done now.
But I feel like in the show you can't really tell that, which is like awesome. Like you can't tell that like he has no idea what villain to choose. It all kind of flows really well and works together. And like he does a really good job in making it like connect at the end. Everyone fucking loves Trunks.
Nah, Trunks is the best. Dude, when Frieza shows up with his daddy and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill Trunks is just like, you fuck off. And just kills him.
Yeah.
It's like, holy fuck.
And I love it because like he represents what Vegeta at the time.
Yeah, he's Super Saiyan immediately, and Vegeta's like, what the fuck?
Only one person could be a Super Saiyan. Yeah. Gohan, his like the foreshadowing they have in all three of these arcs of Gohan being like a powerful warrior, really finally comes full circle in the Cell saga and makes me love Gohan even more. It sucks they ruin him in the rest of the series.
Almost immediately.
But Gohan in the Cell saga, that's best Gohan. They had to make a whole, like in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, in every version of Dragon Ball games, like they have to have a separate character because it's not the same character. Gohan before and after Cell arc is not the same Gohan. He's so different.
He's just so sick. Like, I need to defend my friends, and he just fucking turns Super Saiyan 2. Like, it's so fucking good, man.
Like they really bring back the whole like mystique of what made the Frieza saga so good, which is these like moments that are important to the characters. Like Gohan turns Super Saiyan not because he needs to, but because his best friend just exploded in his face.
Yeah, right.
Gohan doesn't turn into a Super Saiyan because a Super Saiyan 2 because he needs to. It's because he just watched a dude die. He's been seeing people die all the time, but like he knows he's causing everyone to die because he's not choosing to fight. So he explodes in rage and sadness and anger and becomes Super Saiyan 2. And then Gohan knows he needs to defeat Cell, but he can't do it. So Goku's like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you from beyond the grave," and is able to like bring Gohan back. Because if Gohan didn't talk to his dad, like he would have lost against Cell. And Cell would have blown up the planet. So
also that tight as fuck shot, and also anime manga panel where it's Goku and Gohan doing the Kamehameha. Let's fucking go,
Dude, they
that shit's
repeat it in
sick.
everything. They repeat it
Yeah.
in everything, dude.
Mhm.
They do such a really good fucking job with Gohan in this. And then Cell, they made Cell very menacing. So here we go to the Boo saga, which is controversial
I don't
as
like it.
fuck. I like the Boo saga's opening. I love Gohan and like his little like great Saiyaman saga. I think it's very campy and goofy and dumb, but it's charming. It's charming. It doesn't dissuade me. It just sucks that people didn't really receive the way Akira Toriyama was going with Gohan very well. And to be fair, at this point, you know, people are looking for more serious fighting action, and they're getting like a cross between Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball with the goopy campness of Dragon Ball with the power levels and dynamics of Dragon Ball Z. And it doesn't really work well for audiences. So that's why they had to bring Goku back, and they had to have this tournament arc within the Buu saga. And seeing Gohan, you know, they had to make Gohan get angry again. He really tried his best to like capture the same energy as the Cell and Frieza arcs here, with Boo, you know, being like a universe destroying monster. And, you know, to me, it kind of drops the ball a little bit. Boo is not that scary as Frieza and Cell, just because, like, for me, it's too much, you know, it's way too much what we know the story to be, what we love about the story. With Frieza and Cell, the stories are still really well grounded in the personals of the characters, whereas the Boo saga kind of like just is like, oh, if you don't kill Boo, the universe is gonna explode. It just kind of falls flat. Don't get me wrong though, there are some excellent fucking scenes in parts of the Boo saga. There's the Vegeta, not arc, but the Vegito scene. There's the Gotenks transformation, Super Saiyan 3, you know, meme to hell, to go even further beyond. Like that shit's badass. It's awesome. Vegeta versus Goku part 2, where Goku is still kind of getting his ass kicked by Vegeta, but he's bullshitting him and doesn't want to go all out with his Super Saiyan 3 form and isn't really giving Vegeta a fair fight. Gohan getting a super form, his like, what is it, his Supreme form, Gohan Supreme.
You're talking about my favorite moment where Goku's like, "You're my friend, Vegeta. Why?" And then like Vegeta just like sticks out his hand, shoots that crowd in the theater, and then Goku's like, "Oh, I gotta fight you now." Like that scene is so good. Like
yeah,
I don't like the majority of the Buu saga, but like the Goku and Vegeta stuff, especially the Vegeta stuff toward the end, is really good for his character, and it's a really good send off. It's just kind of like that final Goku versus Vegeta fight before like the original Dragon Ball Z saga ends. You know, that's why I like that aspect, but I can't forgive the rest of it. And Boo as a villain, like again, like Dragon Ball villains don't have like super, like Vegeta wants to take over our planet because
they're not complex. They're not complex.
Yeah, they're not. But Boo was like not even. He ain't even there. Like what? Huh?
Boo's just what sucks about Boo is that the reason he's not terrifying is because like we don't care.
Yeah,
we don't care
exactly.
Like with Cell and Frieza and Vegeta, why we cared is because he's fucking massacring our boys.
Mm-hmm. But we also should just leave Boo in Super Saiyan, just for the fact Super Saiyan 3 came out, and that inspired a generation of kids to look up what does Super Saiyan 89 look like. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Yeah, when Super Saiyan 4 came out, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Super Saiyan 5 is when he turns white and wears green pants."
Yeah, with gray hair or silver hair or whatever the fuck.
Dude, is so dumb. But you know what else is? You know what definitely is wrong?
Is is the Super's first arc. Yeah, dude. I didn't even watch it.
With these two arcs, what makes them so bad is they're trying to take movies that are an hour and a half and turn them into long ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
Turn them into long ass shit. And it fucking sucks. Because not only is it rushed and it looks like shit, they take some of the good moments from the two movies and they don't capitalize on them because the budgets are just way smaller. The budgets are not there. And they're trying to feel out if Dragon Ball Super is even viable. I am genuinely shocked that they got past the Resurrection F arc and did Universe 6 arc. Like, genuinely, that is surprising because of just how lazy both arcs feel.
All right.
Universe
Next
6. 5 or however many.
This one does introduce Hit, though, right?
This one introduces Hit. This introduces Goku's fucking Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken times 10 form, which is so fucking sick. Because I'm glad they bring it back.
They originally called it Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan when it first came out. I was just like, there's no shot that's what it's called. And then eventually, I don't remember when, but eventually they were just like, all right, it's just called Super Saiyan Blue.
This arc was pretty cool. Like, it's really cool seeing like that there's other universes, there's different versions of the Saiyans, different versions of our some of our favorite characters.
And they don't do that like, oh, this is like what evil Piccolo would look like. Like, it's none of that shit.
No, and like Kefla is like, what's cool about Kefla is that like it's like, oh my god, that could be so Broly's canon, so Broly exists in this universe because in the show because like she's supposed to be like the Broly version in their universe, so that means there has to be a counterpart, and it's just kind of fun, like also seeing Vegeta react to other Saiyans that aren't just like his family because all of them are dead, for the most part. So it's nice for him to kind of like have a father moment with the Saiyans from that universe. It's kind of to be honest though, like this arc's also kind of a throwaway and is more of a prelude to. It's
more of a setup,
to the better arc, which is Tournament of Power.
You know, I kind of liked the Future Truck Saga. I like the like evil Goku, the Rose.
I like the evil Goku, and I love the evil Supreme Kai.
Yes, I like.
Like
that
I like
too.
that there's a Supreme Kai that's like fuck fuck mortals. They're fucking evil, and I want them all dead.
Yeah,
and like I want them under my subjugation. I do think it's fucking stupid that Trunks is involved in this.
A little bit, yeah, but like from what I remember, he hasn't been too involved in the other sagas, and this one. He's more involved, and people love Trunks, so I think
that's why they brought him back.
We gotta
give
the
only
Trunks
reason.
Something. Yeah.
It's the only
now
reason.
He's got a little girlfriend, doesn't he?
But it's also just like fucking stupid because like what makes the Cell Saga very nice is that his universe, his future, no longer has to worry about like bad shit.
Yeah.
And then Akira Toriyama's like, fuck. I guess we should bring Trunks back. And have it so his universe is stuck in hell all over again.
Yeah.
And it just like it kind of sucks. Like so like eventually like are they gonna bring Trunks back again in like 50 different fucking after 50 different arcs just to bring him back for shits and giggles? I hope not because Trunks is now like the same age as he would be in the future Trunks. They have to the way to defeat Zamasu wasn't actually defeating him. It was using the Super Dragon Balls to destroy Trunks' reality and like warping it into something different.
Yeah. This is also sucks. The first canon confirmation that, in fact, Goku has never kissed Chi-Chi. But, yeah.
I do like in this arc that they bring back Vegito.
Yeah, I like Vegito.
And like I like that.
And make him canon. Yeah.
No, well, he is canon. He's in
Boo.
Boo. But they kind of fix it a little bit because in Boo, it's very unclear why they fused out of each other. Because in the Boo saga, the Supreme Kais were like, you will stay like this forever.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then in Super, they're like, oh, it's only for an hour.
No, we were just kidding.
And then it's like, well, then why is the other Supreme Kai still fused together? Why don't they just unfuse? It's fucking dumb. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. But I'm glad they
Anyways.
brought Vegito back.
Yeah.
I like
yeah, me too.
Vegito.
I like this arc. I did.
Tournament of Power
Tournament
arc,
Power.
dude.
No. No.
It's
no.
it's
no.
Super Saiyan God, dude.
Absolutely.
It's
Dude,
Super Saiyan God,
I would,
Super Saiyan.
I would give you Super Saiyan or below the original Dragon Ball, but nah, it's just a giant fight. That's all it is. Like,
Yeah, and that's all you
it's
need.
fun,
Dude,
and
what's
it's-
Broly? What is Super Broly? Super
And I'm not
Broly.
saying-
I'm putting. I want you to know this right now. Spoilers for when we talk about Dragon Ball Super
Yeah, no,
Broly.
no, I'm also
Dragon
putting
Ball
that as
Super
Ultra
Broly
Instinct.
is Ultra Instinct, bro. That's not even a question.
It just
it's this.
the power tournament goes on for fucking ever, and then at the end it's like, oh, Android 17 wins by technicality. And it's like, fuck you, fuck off, kill yourself.
Fine,
What?
I will give it Super Saiyan. I'll give it
And
Super
I don't
Saiyan.
like. I'll say this: I don't like Jiren at all. Jiren is like such like.
Oh no, he's a terrible villain.
Yeah, fucking awful. He's like Boo level of bad. Like
All he wants to do is just beat up Goku. That's all he wants to do.
I will say, Super Saiyan is hype. It's very fucking hype through and through. Like technically, the tournament only lasts for an hour. It's hype as shit. The battles are good, but that's about all it has going for it. Where you have like, hey, yeah,
Well,
you
the
get
setup-
instinct
well, the
moments,
setup-
but there's nothing for me that surpasses Goku defeating Vegeta or Gohan becoming Super Saiyan. Like those moments are solidified for those arcs. That's why it just can't for me go past that. If you wanted to pass it the original Dragon Ball, I would highly disagree, but if you want to say that, go ahead. I feel like it was fun while it was airing. It was really fun to watch, but I think if you watch it through again, you're just like, all right, this is pretty much a one note kind of arc here.
Fair.
At
I'll
least,
give it to you.
At least with the Frieza saga, like Bulma's chasing after crabs or whatever the fuck she's doing.
All right, so you read the Morio arc?
I did. I would put this probably on scale with the Future Trunks arc. I thought it was fun. I liked the villain. It's just it's hard to talk about the Dragon Ball manga for me because it feels like every character, and this is just Dragon Ball in general, but especially in the Super, every character's in a stalemate. They never advance, they never learn. So the only thing you could really do is introduce an interesting villain, and that's just what this arc does. Some of the battles are really cool.
Yeah, I heard this was kind of a mixed bag just because like they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, it just feels kind of misguided, especially that next arc. I was fucking Yamcha. It's boring as shit. I don't give a fuck about it.
The granola arc.
Fucking granola.
Don't they introduce Frieza Black in this arc though? How is that not cool?
My same problem with fucking Golden Frieza as with Black Frieza. It's just like, wait, when did?
Or the final chapter in the arc is called "The Universe Strongest Appears," and everybody's like, "Oh, who is that gonna be? Is it gonna be Granola?"
It's Frieza again.
And then Frieza just shows up. So high
The high school stuff is like a prequel to the superheroes.
Yeah, high school stuff is just like them retreading on the Saiyaman arc.
Yeah,
And I actually like the superhero stuff a little bit. I think they do Gohan and Piccolo really well, but I think the movie is way better in terms of that, just because like it's more well paced.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. But I stopped reading after the high school one. I think I'm gonna take a break.
We're about halfway through. We're going on to the movies.
Dead Zone. I'll be honest. I like Garlic Jr. I know.
Shut the fuck up. You like Garlic Jr.
I
dude.
do like Garlic Jr. I like the little fucker. He's just. I know he's annoying as shit, and he's a filler arc in fucking Z. Dead Zone, however, it's got a lot of boring parts. That's going to be a common trend in these movies. There'll be a lot of boring and then 20 minutes of like good fights and shit. The animation isn't anything too spectacular, so I'd be okay with Namekian or bottom as Super Saiyan. How do you feel about it?
Dude, I'll go Namekian. with these early Dragon Ball movies, they are so boring. Especially due to the fact that like while these are coming out, like the main series is going on.
Yeah. And none of these are canon. Or most of them aren't.
Most of them aren't canon. Yeah, is stronger than Goku.
Tree of Maya Yamcha already. I'm there for it. That
dude, it's so boring. I feel like all of them are kind of Yamcha cheer. They're so boring. They're forgettable. Same with Lord Slug. Lord Slug
sucks.
Eats donkey dick. But you know what fucking slaps hard, bro?
Dude,
Cooler.
I feel like this is your nostalgia a little bit. Cooler's not any good.
Dude, Cooler is so fun, dude. No, Shut the fuck up.
Because he's just like, oh, he's Frieza's brother.
Dude, they made Frieza's brother, and they made him scary.
Put that shit. All right, fine.
I'll put it in Namekian. I'll put it in the middle of Namekian.
Revenge of Cooler, Return of Cooler is fucking lower for sure. That shit.
You think it's worse? You think it's worse? Dude,
I
Revenge of Cooler is so dumb.
And the animation for all these early ones are not they're like it's a movie. I should be like, wow, they got more of an animation budget. It's like pretty much on par with.
Nah, this one's good. This one's good.
Yeah, shut up. He's so like, oh, what if Frieza had it? Like, oh, such a Shadow the Hedgehog type of beat. What do we have next?
Super Android 13. It's all right, dude. It's like it's Namekian. I'm gonna put it right here. Now onto the big boy. Literally the big boy. Dude, Broly is S tier, dude. Yeah. Broly is Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan tier.
Listen, Broly has a lot of boring shit, but once the fight fucking finally hits, then it goes incredibly hard.
I think Broly's Super Saiyan. It goes hard, but just like you're saying, Broly, like as much as like the fight is hard, Broly is only intriguing because he's strong. There's nothing more to him. He's very like bare bones. I want to kill Kakarot, which
what's your
sucks.
Power level?
Yeah, what's your power?
Mine's pretty strong. I should have added DBCA on here. That'd be all.
Nah. That doesn't count.
Come on. It rejuvenized the franchise.
I know, but it doesn't count.
I know.
BoJack. I only like BoJack because it makes Gohan cool. Like Teen Gohan's my favorite character. They just made him so cool because he's menacing as fuck. He just takes on all 4 of these like blue creatures or whatever the fuck and just terrorizes them. And then for whatever reason, and then he's also wearing like his dad's gi, which low key kind of slaps. Like he does look really good in that. His OG Piccolo outfit is way better. I think it's better than these two, but it's definitely Namekian tier. Mm-hmm. Broly's Second Coming.
It's not good.
It's just dumb.
Android 18 and Hercule, like that character interaction, because without the movie, we wouldn't really have. You know, it has some characters that would normally not interact with each other. You know how like sometimes in the video games they do that, and it's like, oh shit, in the main show they never did this kind of thing. So that's a little fun. But besides that, Bio Broly sucks ass. That shit is so.
Dude, that shit's so bad. That shit is so bad.
Okay, out of the movies, what I hate the most is when the main characters are Young Trunks and fucking Gotenks. I can't fucking.
Trunk and Goten, bro.
Annoying together. They're like insufferable. I can't fucking stand it.
Janemba. I think Janemba's a Super Saiyan tier.
Dude, I would go Super Saiyan God, dude.
No, relax. My God, relax. That's nostalgia.
Dude,
that's
fights
nostalgia.
Too. Oh my God.
That's nostalgia as fuck.
That shit is.
You know it's nostalgia. You know it's nostalgia as fuck because you know it's nostalgia. It's nostalgia as fuck because
yes, I know the fusion is the coolest part of that fucking movie. But like,
dude, Gogeta is badass. He's such a fucking cool transformation. But you know it sucks because they only had the animation for that fight. Because everything else is just slideshow slapstick comedy in the real world eventually because they put all the animation into Gogeta just looking badass. Wrath of the Dragon. It's only cool because it's only cool because of Dragon Fist. I'm telling you that right now.
Dude.
It is only cool because of Dragon Fist.
It's so cool. You know what? This is my cooler moment. It's so fucking cool.
I'm gonna put it next to Cooler.
Fine.
I'll put it next to Cooler. Battle
Beerus,
of Gods.
the introduction to the character goes incredibly hard. Yes.
I know you're gonna. I know you're. You agree with me?
Hold on.
I think it is so much better than all of these arcs, dude. This hour and a half goes hard. All right. Goes hard.
Dude, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna be honest.
Dude.
Like I would put it above the original track. I would still put Cell above.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Fair? Because like I'm gonna agree with you and Broly. We already spoiled it. That shit is an Ultra Instinct. Like no.
Yeah, just put it there right now. I'm putting it above the Frieza saga. That's how good Broly is.
You know what? I'll say they're on par. That's what I'll say.
Battle of Gods it tickles you right here, bro.
No, it's great. Yeah.
They introduce a new character.
Not my Bulma.
They introduce a new character. They introduce one of the best Vegeta moments. They introduce this new form that is very cool. It looks very stunning. The red really works. They do a really good job animating it. The fight between Goku and Beerus is badass as hell. And to a point where Goku no longer is Super Saiyan God, but he's still holding his own against Beerus, and it's only been like 20 fucking minutes. That's peak Dragon Ball. This is peak Dragon Ball. It's pretty much up there with peak Dragon Ball. They make Beerus menacing, like just in this arc, because he's not a villain. He then turns into a mentor, but
like he's the antagonist. We'll say he's the antagonist. Like if someone told me like Beerus is my favorite Dragon Ball villain, like I wouldn't have to argue with them. No way. If someone said boo, I'd be like, what the fuck? And it's just like Whis being like, Whis barely does shit, but like he's the most powerful motherfucker. Especially
and that's
Broly.
The best part. That's the best part, because like Beerus is like, how do you think I got this strong? And Goku's like, tons of training. And he's like, you see that guy over there? That dumbass eating the cake? I've never beaten him. Like, that's like, okay. Goku couldn't beat you. Mm-hmm. So, holy fuck. So, like, it kind of builds a new level of... Because, like, the problem with Dragon Ball is its escalation of power. With Battle of Gods, before all of that shit, it's established that there is gods out there that are stronger and more powerful than anything else in the universe. They are the peak of their universe. There's nothing higher than them. And then they bring in Zeno, and then there's fucking peak levels of fighting, power-up prowess, and Ultra Instinct.
But I also think it's such a good introduction back into Dragon Ball. After 17 years, no new Dragon Ball content for the most part, besides, video games and not canon shit. Battle of Gods comes in, and it's a big event because it's like, holy shit, new Dragon Ball content. What the fuck? Let's fucking go. Like, Battle of Gods was a huge like, tickets were sold out in my theater. Like, it was fucking crazy.
Resurrection F. Resurrection F.
I don't think it's Yamcha.
I do think it's better than these two.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I'm going to put it down here. Yeah. Resurrection F is kind of boring, but it introduces Frieza back in a great way.
They bitch Gohan almost immediately, and they do that throughout the series. But I'm just like, God damn it, just let him fucking do something, man.
They do my favorite character dirty. I know you don't like Golden Frieza, but I think Golden Frieza is pretty cool in this. I do think Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is very cool in this, but I do not think they do it justice in the movie.
Do you want to know why I don't like Resurrection F?
Why?
Who's my favorite Dragon Ball character? Vegeta finally stands a chance against Frieza in this movie. I'm like, oh my god, is this my Vegeta moment? Is he gonna fucking win? The Earth gets wiped out. Guess who has to... Goku goes back in time and fixes it. He steals Vegeta's moment. I'd rather have the Earth destroyed just so Vegeta can have his fucking moment in the sun. But guess who has to snuff it out every time? Fucking, that is Goku. Fuck you, Goku. Let my short cake Vegeta fucking win one time. He's a better father than you, so fucking let him win.
Dude, you sound personally attacked. Like, that's sad.
Guess how many Goku figures I have? 0. Guess how many Vegeta figures I have? 2, bitch. 2. Fucking grow up.
Yeah, says the guy holding dolls.
Figures, motherfucker.
Peak Dragon
Dude,
Ball.
in the theater, people were going insane.
Dude, when they finally transformed into Gogeta. No, not even that yet. When Goku finally transforms into Super Saiyan Blue,
Yeah.
that's what they should have done for Resurrection F, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That transformation was so fucking sick.
And like for a split second, you see Ultra Instinct in there, and it's like, oh, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Vegeta turning Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick. Because we've never seen him do that. So it's cool to know he can do it.
It's so cool that like the manga was like, we're not gonna adapt this. Just go watch the movie. we couldn't create anything tighter than that movie.
Yeah. And then like there are so many good funny moments that harbor back to like Akira Toriyama's goofy side.
Yeah.
Like Frieza, like Whis being like, all right, say hi to Frieza, and then Frieza's like, wait, what? And then is getting his ass rocked by Broly.
Yeah, dude, everyone was laughing in that fucking theater. I want them to re-release those movies just so I could be. That's one of the best theater experiences in my life. Was the opening night of Broly. I went to go see that with Leon, and it was so fucking good, man.
I saw that movie with my brother, and in the same theater, Siku Senpai was there. So we said hi to Siku, and like we watched the movie, and me and Joe were like, "Holy shit!" And I was working at the movie theaters at the time, so me and my coworkers who were hyped for Dragon Ball Super Broly were talking about it. And my coworker came up, our manager came up to us and was like, "I don't get why you guys think like this is cool. It's just like a cartoon. Don't all they do is fight." Me and my other coworker were like, "That's the fucking point."
Cool about it.
That's
like
the fucking point.
Like, you like Godzilla? Why? I'm like, because it's people in rubber suits beating the shit out of each other. What is there not to like?
Like what more do you need?
Yeah, what do you need more?
Like, are you fucking
not everything needs a fucking like Shakespearean message. Sometimes you want to see the blue-haired guy beat up the green-haired guy. That's all you want. It's escape.
That's all you fucking need. Yeah,
that's all you need, baby.
Dude, when Gogeta comes on screen, bro,
the fights are just fucking great, and it actually does a good job of blending like 3D environments with hand-drawn animation. Like it's not too distracting.
Dude, remember when they broke the universe?
Yeah, that shit.
They ripped a hole through space and time because their fight was so strong.
And then you know what? I don't blame people for then after being like, I forget the goat guy's name in the super manga, but then like they go from that to,
Mario.
Like, yeah, they go from that to Mario. Fucking, it's just not the same.
That shit is so slick, and that's like from the movie. That like looks like it's from the movie because of how good it is. I can't show the movie just in case of copyright bullshit. You know what doesn't go hard at all?
Dragon Ball Superhero.
Dragon Ball Superheroes. It's just all right. I think what I like about this is they make Gohan, Gohan and Piccolo way better. They give them both new transformations that kind of bring them up a bit. They bring back the old dynamic of Gohan and his anger and, you know, him needing to be strong to protect the Earth. And I like that they show a lot more scenes with Piccolo being like a fatherly figure or a caregiver with Pan, because Pan's in this. I don't recall if Trunks and Goten are in the movie, but I do like the Gammas. The Gammas are pretty cool. They're just androids, more androids. You know, I can't stop with the androids. Never stop. Surprisingly, the 3D animation is not bad. It's really well done. If you liked Dragon Ball Fighters, you like the Dragon Ball Fighters cutscenes, like you'll like this. They go really hard, and it's really, really good. Cell Max is fucking dumb as shit. They just bring back Cell, and he's a giant monster. He's a giant monster that has no thoughts or anything.
That sucks.
And that's it. Yeah, no, it's fucking ass cheeks.
I'm surprised we were so like the first 3 arcs of Dragon Ball Z into Ultra Instinct and stuff like that. But I kind of like that, you know?
Because the thing is, though, like, a lot of them have problems, especially like Frieza, like that has problems. But I think in terms of moments that I think for me, what puts Frieza above the first three Dragon Ball Z arcs
Yeah.
is that Frieza just the villain is perfect. Super Saiyan is iconic as fuck.
It's the most iconic transformation. Yeah, most of the stuff that, like, even when people parody Dragon Ball, like, they usually parody the Namek surroundings and the suits there, you know, like the Vegeta suits or whatever, the one with the shoulder
the
pads.
Saiyan suits.
Yeah, the Saiyan suits and stuff like that. It's just so iconic, and like, the transformation is so iconic. Frieza himself is iconic. Like, people can know nothing about Dragon Ball. They at least know two things: Super Saiyan Goku, and probably next in line, Frieza. Like, he's just such an icon, such a threatening and menacing villain. And then they just reuse him over and over.
But I think ultimately what I like about our list is that there's care. We love this series. We love everything about it. We've watched a majority of it. Whether or not we've watched it recently is besides the point.
The movie's definitely not. The older movies.
This series holds a really good place in both of me and JJ's heart, and I, for one, am excited to see if they animate Super. I know they're not. They're doing some weird like kid version. So you got that.
Yeah. I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is a huge part of my childhood. Dragon Ball is one of the first animes I've ever watched. My preferred method of watching Dragon Ball is Kai, because it just gets rid of all the thriller. I know people like the filler. That's fine if you do. Me, I just like, oh, it's in the manga. That's all I want to see. But yeah, that's my preferred method is Kai, especially because I like it dubbed. And Kai is the superior dub through and through. Like,
oh, yeah.
No questions. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, the voice actors have plenty more experience and stuff like that. It's just a way better listen. And most, I think all, if not most, of the original cast returns. I mean, overall thoughts, Dragon Ball is a F tier. Everything.
Dragon Ball fucking sucks.
Sucks. It could suck my Dragon Balls, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
If you know what I'm super saying. Oh.
Check out our channel. We got a really great video by JJ that we've hyped up twice now. More stuff will come along the way, and we thank everybody for their support and their love for our channel. So more to come. More to come.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.